Introduction: Understanding Attraction and Stoicism. Attraction is one of the most complex human emotions, and it can be difficult to interpret, especially when someone is consciously trying to suppress or hide their feelings. When a woman feels attracted to someone but maintains a stoic or emotionally reserved demeanor, the signs of attraction may be subtle but still noticeable. Her body language, behavior, and engagement in conversation may reveal hidden feelings that she might not want to openly display. In this detailed exploration, we will analyze how Stoicism affects the way a woman expresses attraction, the signs to look for, and the psychology behind such behaviors. While the concept of attraction may seem straightforward, the ways in which it manifests, especially in someone trying to maintain composure, are intricate and multi-layered. This analysis will delve into the key signs of attraction, examining body language, conversational cues, emotional responses, and the subconscious ways in which a woman might reveal her feelings, even if she is trying to stay emotionally detached. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Stoicism and Attraction. What is Stoicism? Definition of Stoicism as an ancient Greek philosophy. Modern interpretation: emotional control and resilience. How Stoicism translates into social behaviors in contemporary contexts. Gender differences in emotional expression and why women might choose to remain stoic in romantic contexts. The psychological mechanisms behind hidden attraction, cognitive dissonance, the conflict between her feelings and desire to remain composed. Fear of vulnerability, why someone might suppress attraction due to insecurity or fear of rejection. Self-protective strategies, how the desire to avoid emotional exposure or vulnerability leads to controlling outward expressions of attraction. The role of emotions in Stoicism. Analyzing how attraction triggers emotional reactions that can be challenging to control. The difference between emotional suppression and emotional denial. Chapter 2. Body Language: The Subtle Signals of Attraction. How body language communicates attraction, the science behind body language, and how emotions manifest physically. Mirroring behavior. Why people tend to mimic others' actions when they feel a connection. The importance of eye contact, unraveling the nuances of eye gaze and why it's a powerful signal of attraction. Facial expressions and their subconscious implications. How emotions are communicated through micro-expressions. Posture and proximity. Open versus closed. Posture: how subtle shifts in posture can show attraction even when someone is trying to hide it. Physical proximity: why people subconsciously try to stay close to someone they like, even in neutral or group settings. Subtle touching: the significance of light, non-romantic physical contact as a sign of intimacy and comfort. Reading subtle body language. The role of personal space, how a woman might adjust her physical space around you. Changes in breathing patterns, how attraction can lead to noticeable changes in breathing, even if she's trying to remain stoic. Nervous gestures, playing with hair, fidgeting with clothing, or touching her face. Chapter 3. The nervousness and anxiety that hides attraction. Nervousness as an indicator of emotional investment. Why attraction can trigger nervousness and self-consciousness. Self-awareness, how a woman might become hyper-aware of her behavior when around someone she likes. Fidgeting and small habits, coping mechanisms, playing with objects, how touching things like jewelry, phones, or clothing can signal discomfort or nervous excitement. Fidgeting with hair or clothes, a deep dive into why this behavior is associated with nervousness and attraction. Blushing and facial cues. How blushing is often a physiological response to attraction and emotional excitement. The psychology behind why some women blush when interacting with someone they like. Tone of voice, how the subtlety in speech reveals. Attraction changes in tone, why a woman's voice may soften or become more playful when talking to someone she's attracted to. Increased pitch or speed of speech, How nervousness can change the cadence of someone's speech. Fluctuations in volume and speed, the underlying causes and what these changes indicate about emotional response. Chapter 4, Verbal and Non-Verbal Communication, How Attraction Shows Up in Conversation. The importance of words, how women express interest, personal questions. How asking deeper or more personal questions shows an interest in getting to know someone. The meaning behind casual conversations. Why seemingly casual interactions are often a sign of wanting connection. Non-verbal communication in conversations. Active listening behaviors, leaning in, nodding, and maintaining eye contact to signal attentiveness. Mirroring verbal cues, how she may match your speaking speed, tone, or even the words you use. The use of silence, how silence can be powerful in conversations, and how it might signal a desire for more personal interaction. Flirting subtly, the fine line between friendliness and attraction. Teasing or playful banter. How some women may use teasing or light humor to gauge interest without showing vulnerability. Compliments and praise, the subtle ways a woman might express admiration for you without revealing her true feelings. Chapter 5, Behavioral Cues and Social Interactions. How attraction can influence social interactions. Seeking proximity in group settings. Why a woman might try to be near you in social environments, even if it seems accidental. Group dynamics and emotional energy. How attraction influences her behavior within group interactions. Unconscious signals of affection in groups' attention, shifting toward you. How she might consciously or subconsciously shift her attention to you during group conversations. Physical positioning in social settings. How a woman may angle her body toward you, signaling her interest. Small, thoughtful gestures of care. Offering help or advice. Subtle ways a woman might show that she cares about your well-being or success. Sharing personal details. How she may share personal stories to create a deeper emotional bond. Chapter 6, The Role of Context and Individual Differences. How context influences attraction, situational factors. How settings like work, school, or social gatherings may alter the way a woman expresses attraction. Public versus private behaviors. Why someone might show more reserved behaviors in public while acting more affectionate in private. The role of personality and individual differences. Introversion versus extroversion, how personality types influence the way attraction is expressed. For example, introverts may show attraction through subtle gestures, while extroverts might be more open. Cultural influences. How cultural norms can shape the ways women express attraction, particularly when stoicism is more valued. Chapter 7, Recognizing the Signs and Responding to Them, How to Interpret the Signs, Putting it all together. Understanding that individual signs may not be as significant on their own, but together they create a pattern of attraction. Context is key. How considering the context of interactions helps make sense of subtle behaviors. The importance of communication. Testing the waters. How to engage in open conversation to confirm feelings without making the woman feel pressured or uncomfortable. Respecting boundaries. Why it's crucial to respect a woman's emotional boundaries and respond sensitively to her cues. When to make a move. Timing and patience. Recognizing that women may need time to feel comfortable enough to openly express their attraction. Confidence without overstepping. How to navigate the delicate balance between showing interest and respecting her space. Conclusion: the subtle art of reading. Attraction, understanding, and recognizing subtle signs of attraction in a woman who is consciously trying to suppress her feelings is an art that involves observation, patience, and empathy. Even though attraction may manifest in ways that are hard to detect, especially for someone who values emotional control, body language, nervousness, and indirect behaviors provide valuable clues. The most important takeaway from this analysis is that attraction often reveals itself in small, nuanced ways. By learning to read these signs, we not only gain insight into someone's feelings, but also create a more empathetic and respectful approach to relationships. At the heart of understanding attraction lies the ability to see beyond words and actions, to interpret the hidden messages that reveal our deepest emotions. Whether a woman is consciously trying to hide her attraction or is simply too shy to express it openly, the subtle signs will inevitably shine through.